Okay, Unscrewed Viper, back with some more Payday 2. I just wanted to give an update of my current status. I'm level 86 now, I'm almost at level 100. I have $1,319,000 to spending cash and all that stuff, but I've been buying a lot of gear and skills and all that stuff. My skills now, oh yeah, I got 16 Mastermind, 16 Enforcer, 13 Technician, and 14 Ghost. I've improved my Ghosts quite a bit since the last time I showed this. I have one unskilled skill point, and I'm closing in on my second one. And oh yeah, skills. Mastermind. The thing I'm aiming for is this kill more one. I want to be able to increase my reload speed with my assault rifles. I got my SMGs and my shotguns with quick reload times, but I don't have my pistols and my assault rifle. And it'd be really great if I can get those there modified. These are my primary ones. So I'll probably get the ties, extra ties, or I might get more power and range of your intimidation is increased 50%. I'm thinking one of those because it's 3 points, and then I'll use whatever points I get to get 4 points to get my Kilmer, and then to get the reload pistols 50%, and then if you get an ace you get 50% additional damage, so like that makes every pistol that much more damaging. It's just really good little perk to have. I didn't get the Stockholm Syndrome yet. The medic thing's not really important, not really too worried about it right at the moment. Joker, convert a non-special enemy to fight on your side, yeah, kind of like the movie. Alright, yeah, I got flashbang, stun resistance is reduced. I can surrounded enemies, gives me 15% damage bonus. If I'm surrounded, I can shoot with my primary weapon in bleed out and all that stuff. I'm close to getting fully loaded. Your total ammo capacity is increased 25%. That'd be pretty handy. Oh, and if you ace it, enemies drop 75% more ammunition. That'd be awesome to have. I wish I had that. I don't got it yet. It's in the works. Increased, if you ace that one there, you get increased bleed out by 25%, so you survive longer. That might be handy too. Technician increases your drill, but this one's really when it gets good. Shockproof. Taser attacks on you backfire, knocking back the taser. Interacting with the taser while he's electrocuting you will electrocute him, dealing 50% damage to his health. It's another pretty good one if you ace it. That one there would be awesome to have shock. Those tasers can be a real freaking... it can really be annoying, especially if you don't see them. They can really fuck up the team quick. Yeah, I got sharpshooter. You are 20% more accurate with all single shot weapons. Your weapon stability is increased with all rifles by 25%. Zoom level. Your zoom level is increased 25% with assault rifles. What else do I got? I got a lot to show you. Oh yeah, I recently got Ghost Cleaner. You can bag and throw corpses, which is really handy when you're trying to do a stealth mission. It'd be really neat to have. You deal 15% more damage with silenced weapons. That'd be really good to have. And you deal 15% more damage and have a 15% of piercing enemy armor with silenced weapons. That'd be really handy. Silent killer. That'd be a good one to have. And 2 ECM would be great. I'd love to have that. You get it's a good way to quickly solve. Oh, you take 50% less damage from all melee attacks. I found when they would surround me, you lose your armor by a melee attack, so then they could tear you apart real easy. That there's really handy. Martial arts take 50% less damage. I recommend that one. 20% get more money. I should have got that earlier. Bagging corpses. Enemies make 95% less noise when shot or meleeed to death. Ace Shinobi, that'd be slick to have. There's a whole bunch of good stuff here. Lock expert increases your lock-picking interaction by 25%. You can now silently crack safes by hand. Further increases your lock-picking interaction speed by 25% if you ace it. So you can 50% increase your lock-picking and all that stuff, which is handy. ECM. Oh, there's some really neat ones. What's ECM? Which one? Now interactive. Yeah, has a 50% to 100% chance to incapacitating enemies within 25 meters. It's really neat when that gets a juggernaut. That can be really freaking. It's like you place it down when a juggernaut's coming in and it electrocutes them and stuff. Yeah, so, alright, so the mastermind. Anyway, my goal right now is to get 55. Get my Kilmer and my Gunslinger. Gunslinger, Kilmer. Skills modified would be great. Alright, so now go through my weapons here. This here CAR4 does 40 damage, 16 accuracy, 33 stability, 41% threat, has 150 rounds, a 34 round magazine. And yeah, I finally got the aftermarket special for the foregrip on it, so it looks a little bit sharper. I put that grip on and increased stability and accuracy, so it's pretty good. It's an excellent addition. It's got a long barrel, that M4 M-Comp red dot. I find it to be the most accurate one for a sight for it, like to hit targets and all that stuff. The EOTech is alright, but at range it's not so hot. The EOTech, 34 round magazine, it doesn't do as much damage, but it's got an exotic receiver on it. I like how you can zoom in. It's just like you have a thing. It's even got the sticker for the for do not point in the eyes. Law enforcement, military use, EOTech. Also famous in Killzone, that site. Yeah, so that's a suppressed version. That only does 21% damage, has 12 actually, 32% stability, 18 concealment, 34 round magazine, and 150 rounds, 600 rounds per minute rate of fire. Decent weapon. I think it's my only suppressed assault rifle I have. Here's the Steyr UG STG, also known as the STG-77. I forget what they call it, the Universal something one, this one. That's the basic magazine you come with, and I put the flash suppressor on. I mean, not the flash suppressor, but muzzle attachment on it, and it's got a basic sight. I didn't do too much to that. I extended the barrel, extended the foregrip, and that's what gave it a little bit more damage. It does 37 damage, 16 accuracy, 32 stability, 29 threat, and I don't have any threatening things on for my skills, so that's why it could be a lot higher. Yeah, G36, HK G36, 35, 16, and 35 was it? And it's got a sniper stock, and I put a different one on the tip there. Red dot, that reflex scope there, the sight. Really pretty slick. It works really good with this weapon, I find. And you got 180 rounds for it, so you got plenty of ammo, and it does 35 damage, so it ain't too bad. It's 16 accuracy if you set it up like that. If you set it up like that, your accuracy is 16, and your stability is 35. Threatening is 38. 710 is faster rate of fire than an M16. You notice it too. And it works pretty good. It's really, I really like that one. It's very effective. It's usually what I use when I'm on the more difficult missions, because I know I got plenty of rounds. I got 35 damage. I got 180 rounds. And here's my shotgun. Not that big of a shotgun guy, but I did set it up pretty decently. It's got an extended magazine and all that stuff. And the rounds on the side there. I'm not sure if that's a Remington 870. I think it's an 870. I'm not sure. I'm not too good with shotguns. Damage is 63, actually 16, stability 17, threatening as hell is 41%. It's got a 10 round magazine, only have 48 rounds though total to shoot with, and it's got 100 rate of fire, so let's pump actually you pump it. it's a decent weapon. I don't use it that much, but it's good. I love it. I like it. Like, I'm pretty sure when I was a kid, I had a toy one like that without the pistol grip on it, and yeah, I used to use that quite a bit actually. And that's what this game reminds me of, all the toy weapon guns I had when I was younger. Oh my god. Shame you can't even play guns nowadays. No, we got a toy gun. Freaking, here's my sniper, M110 basically, your M110 sniper setup for your AR. It's got a freaking nice grip on it. I put the Russian sight on it because it actually works pretty good with it. It gives it a really nice sight. Got the standard magazine. I didn't increase the magazine. Yeah, it's just beautiful. It's a longer barrel. It's extended barrel and all that stuff too. And with the attachment, it does 42 damage. And I took off the exotic. I need an exotic for that. 42 damage, 16 accuracy, 36% stability, 32 threatening. Concealment is 8. It's not very concealable. As long as hell, it's got a big old freaking it's big stock on it, big long barrel, and all that stuff. So it's freaking, it's geared up nice. And here's the M14, M3008 rifle in this one, but M14, and I got it in the sniper setup. 74 damage, this thing, and it's suppressed. I got a big suppressor on it, so it only took off like minus 2 damage or something like that, so it didn't hurt it that much. Where's the 10? Anyway, I put the ACOG sight on it, and the ACOG works pretty good with it, and then with that grip on it, increases damage and everything. It's a pretty good setup. I don't use it that much, but I do love the weapon, the way I got it set up, man. It's perfect. It's great for co-op. If you got people that can have SMGs and freaking assault rifles, and you're a decent sniper, that setup there is one shot. It doesn't matter if you hit them in the shoulder or leg, they go down pretty quick. Yeah, it's a pretty slick weapon. Yeah, 74 damage, yeah, and 21, let's see what that, yeah, the bigger the better, minus 5, I got the ACOG plus 3 stability, plus 2 damage, plus 9 stability with this stock kind of thing, right? So it's a really decent setup. Oh, here's my Sega. Now, I'm not big of a big shotgun guy, but I do like this setup. I got the M4 stock on the end of it to the length of pull and all that stuff. That's great to have. I got it with the railed foregrip, and I put a suppressor on it. So I figure it's not that it's a very inaccurate weapon. So I figured, like, if you put the suppressor on it, the BBs will be closer together, so it's more like a round that way. I find it a little bit more reliable. Doesn't do as much damage, but it's pretty damaging anyway. But 26, not too bad. Yeah, so that's a Saga. Oh, it can be fully automatic too. So you got your 12 gauge auto shotgun here with a suppressor, and then I got my AK Vietnam style. AK, that does 45 damage, only 12 accuracy, and 30 stability, 35% damage. It's very threatening. Only 560 rounds per minute rate of fire, kind of lacking. It's even slower than the M4 in that department. And well, that's of course because the bolt is going back and forth, and your recoil is really crazy. Like, you only got 3 magazines. See, you got 30 round magazine, and you only have 90 total ammo capacity. That's where that freaking extra ammo thing, that extra ammo skill, would be really handy. 25% more, so like that'd probably be, I'd probably at least have 120 rounds. Hey! Half an hour we'll eat. Jesus Christ. And then, yeah, here's the AK with the rail on it and the extended thingamajiggy. Well, this is the time my dog gets antsy for food. This is pretty standard. Alright, 45 and yeah. Alright, so now we'll go to the Scar. 45 damage, 18 actually, 29 stability. And you see I put the sniper stock on it, I put the freaking sniper grip on it, put that accurate red dot sight on it, extended the barrel, extended rail guard. You can't change too much else about it. But anyway, there's your Scar sniper mod, all geared up. It's just looking beautiful. I love that weapon. I don't use it that much. It's pretty standard with that M4. I love the M4. Pretty much my main thing. But yeah, it's a pretty decent weapon too. I love how you see how it operates and all that stuff. You can see that lever, you chamber it and all that stuff. It's just beautiful stuff. And then you got your mag release and all that stuff. Mag release, your bolt release on the other side here. Safety. Yeah, just beautiful freaking stuff. And here my Zig 5.52. Pretty basic style. I don't got much stuff for it, so I haven't been able to upgrade it. Like, I want to get, like, yeah, the long barrel would be great. It'd increase damage 2 and accuracy by 2. A barrel extension of some sort when I get it, but I got that. I got this in stock. I could put that on it. It gives it +4 stability, but this one here gives it +4 accuracy, so I figured I'd keep the accuracy instead of the stability. Concealment doesn't really do much. Stability, I don't even have that enhanced grip. So I do have the upper receiver on it, so I did get that. I lost -2 on accuracy. That's why I kept the other one too, brought it back up. Yeah, so that's the Zig 5.52. Very neat weapon. It reloads a little funny. I find the animation of the reload is kind of funky, so I don't really I don't use it that much. But if I had that reload 25% quicker for assault rifles, that would probably be better for that weapon. So once I get that, I'll probably use that weapon more. Here is the M249, also known as the FN Mini-Me. I got its standard stock on it, back on it. I got an extended barrel, and I put that muzzle on it. It gives it a little bit more damage and stability. 200 round magazine, and there's the lever to chamber it. And yeah, just 5.56. You can actually put an M4 magazine on that if you had the real thing. And yeah, anyway, so there you got your saw, your squad, and that does 31 damage. It's 8 accuracy, it's very inaccurate, and 30 to stability. I improved that quite a bit. It's very threatening. 54. It's got a total ammo capacity of, it's got a total magazine capacity of 200, and a total ammo that you carry is 400, and a 910 rounds per minute rate of fire. Pretty damn decent. Yeah, so it's definitely a decent weapon. It's great on hard mode in co-op where when you're on overkill. Oh shit, be good. 30 minutes, you're almost there. Oh Jesus, I'm gonna run out of time. And here's my M16A1 Vietnam style M16A1. I haven't really done more. All I did is increase the barrel length and put an exotic on it. Other than that, that's standard. Yeah, I just wanted to keep it like that because it's that Vietnam style. Yeah, I got a skill that increases the damage by a percentage point. 30 round, 860 rate of fire, does 40 damage, 14 accuracy, and 32 stability. It's not very threatening. It's only 20% threatening. 17 concealment. Yeah, but there's it's basically how I had this one. To see how this one's completely different, you can make your weapon look completely. I love that part about this game. Like, you can really give your weapons personality. Because that there looks stylish, man. Your freaking M110 kind of sniper weapon. And then I can go to this. I'm going to also make a Black Hawk Down one where you got your, you know, your M16A2 style. Standard magazine. I'm going to put the mil spec magazine on that, actually. Yeah, so that's that one there. FNC, also called the AK5 in this game, but this is FNC, FNC. It's got a really good stock on there to improve accuracy and all that stuff. It got a cheek pad, if you notice, and it's very similar to an AK-47. That's why they call it the AK-5. It's operating, it's the way it operates anyway. But its look, it's very black weapon style, like M16 look kind of thing, with an AK operating system, and an M16 magazine. Yeah, so really decent weapon. I use that a fair bit. I use that more than the Zig because it reloads quicker, and yeah, it only had 24 damage, 18 accuracy, 35 stability, 150 round total capacity, 30 round magazine, 710 rate of fire, and here RPK, LMG, 31 damage. Once again, I put my M4 kind of stock on it because it gives it gives a little bit more stability and all that stuff, and it's good for length of pull. I just, if I had an AK, I'd definitely put that on. Yeah, it's what's that? 100 round magazine, 300 rounds. You got 750 rate of fire, 31 damage, 8 accuracy, 23 stability, 32 threatening. Decent weapon. I don't use it that much, so I'm not very familiar with it. Like I'd like to recommend it. I don't use it enough. But yeah, I imagine it's good. It's 31 damage and stuff. Oh, here's my other LMG. I got 3 of them now. Because I got the cage pack. I bought the DLC cage pack, and you're allowed to use the saw. In the very first Payday, you had a saw option, but in Payday 2, you didn't get that at first, and they added as a DLC later on, and now you got your I forget what this is called, the M21, I think it is. This is the HK. The HK light machine gun. You got, you know, with your box magazine. It's got a front grip on it for increased stability. It's pretty slick little weapon. G3. It's based off the G3. It's like the LMG version of the G3, basically. German HK. Standard design. Very, it looks like a long MP5. You know what I mean? It's got the same slot magazine. German, yes, see what's the Brenner 21. Yeah, M21, that makes sense. Yeah, so yeah, there's your lever at the front there to chamber it. And stuff like that. Holy shit. Alright, so 336. Alright, there's my AKs. This is your standard, your standard AK. Your AK rifle, it's really cheap. It's right at the first ones you can get. It does 29 damage, that's pretty much stock and all that stuff too. 18 accuracy, 25 stability, and 13 because of the stock I have on it, and the front grip improved a little bit of stability and all that stuff. 120 round magazine, like you got a lot more rounds with that one than you do with this one, even though this one does 45 more damage. It's much more damaging, but you only got 90 rounds, and you got 3 clips. But with with this one here, you have 120 rounds, which is nice. I like having ammo. Ammo is handy, and it doesn't drop that much. So yeah, there's your sniper kind of AK Dragunov kind of sniper stock and all that stuff, and I kept it wood. I kept this one here wooden with a slight rail at the top, and I didn't really modify it too much. I kept it kind of Russian. I wanted one Russian, and I set up this one to be more of a tactical, like a modern Russian kind of weapon, with with your M4 stock kind of thing and your rail on the front and all that stuff. I could put a sight on it, but I don't know which one to put on it right yet. I don't know, an EOTech maybe? I don't really want to put anything too big on it. I like it as it is actually, but yeah. Some weapons I'll keep kind of stock too, right? And here's my M4. It's got the aftermarket too. I got a freaking Dragon's Breath on it, and that increases damage by 7 plus 7. An EOTech, exotic plus 2. That rubber hand grip increases accuracy and stability. The foregrip is really good, and the stock is good, and that's just and a laser sight on it with an EOTech. And there's your bolt release and all that, and your safety. Over here you got your mag release, and yeah, it's just I really love how they made the weapons in this game. It's just freaking beautiful. And here's my, I bought another one, and I'm keeping this one just with iron sights. And I don't know, I'll probably put a Dragon's Breath. If I get a Dragon's Breath, I'll put a Dragon's Breath on the tip of it, but that's about it. I don't want to modify it too much. I might change the magazine if they give me a new like a 34 round magazine on it. But other than that, I'm keeping it with iron sights. I liked having an iron sight weapon. And yesterday I got the EOTech, so I put the EOTech on that, and now it's all, it's a pretty nice weapon as it is, so I don't want to fuck with that too much. So I got another one for iron sights, and it's only done 26 damage, 14 accuracy, stability is 29, so it's like, it's not really that damaging compared to this, that's 35, 12, and 33, so it is more accurate though. Because I didn't, on this one here I reduced the barrel. It's got a short barrel on it. See, and actually -2. And then I put that Dragon's Breath on it, so it gives it the length and makes it look longer and all that stuff. So yeah, I put a lot of heart into all these weapons. Holy shit. Alright. My first 1911, I'm running out of time. First 1911, long slide. Alright, yeah, long slide, extended magazine, better grip. It's also got the marksman sights on it to improve your accuracy and stability with. And here's my MP5 SD5. It's got a flashlight on it, full stock. I kept it very Navy SEAL looking. And Navy SEAL was one of my favorite movies growing up, so it looks like that weapon that they're using. And I never did get a toy MP5 SD when I was growing up, so here I go. I got it here. Here's my Beretta, competition Beretta with a slide, exotic slide, flashlight, extended mag, walnut hand grip kind of thing. Yeah, just there's the forward one is your decocker, and the back one is your slide release, your magazine release. It's in single action right now. It's got a 92 slide. The slide is a 92. That's why I kind of like it, because I got a freaking airsoft 92, so it looks like it. And here's my M4 cut SMG. It didn't have that stock on it before. That gives me stability and all that stuff, which is pretty important, especially in this game, because every shot doesn't go where the first one went. So stability is really nice to have. Exotic does a little bit more damage, and plus it's got that Dragon's Breath, which really makes it damaging. Flashlight on it, so I can see the sights when I'm in a dark area, because those iron sights are a little hard to pick up in dark, so the flashlight really comes in handy. Everything's there for a reason on all my weapons. I have a reason for the flashlight, I have a reason for the laser sight. So there's my Parasub M4, AR kind of jobby. Pistol AR. I think that's the best way to call it, pistol AR. Yeah, that does 29 damage, like, and 16 accuracy, 33 stability, 41 threatening. It's got 100 rounds, it's got a 33 round magazine, so it can hold its own. Here's the TMP, also known as the Stair TMP, also known as the MP9. And it got the stock on it, stability of course, extended magazine. It comes with the front grip, and that Dragon's Breath increases damage. I kept it with iron sights because the sights are really slick on that thing. I don't really want to fuck with it too much, unless I buy another Stair and then I can mess around with it a little bit more. But yeah, that's just another masterpiece. The P90, the FN P90, this is my Motuko Kusanagi special, based off of Ghost in the Shell. She usually sticks with the suppressed weapon and the flashlight, handy and dark, 50 round magazine, standard, extended barrel for a little bit more damage, and then with the suppressor on it so I don't lose that much, it actually increased the damage of it, so it's pretty good. And those sights are a little hard to pick up, and that's why the flashlights are on it too, because in the nighttime, especially if you're using a suppressor trying to sneak in, you got that option. Here is the Desert Eagle, suppressed with an extended magazine and a pearl grip. Pearl grip, and that suppressor doesn't really take that much damage off it. So yeah, the suppressor I got only does -5. That's -2. That's even better. If I put that on it, it would only do -2. That'd be pretty slick too. I got one in stock too. I could put that on it. I could extend it like that, or make it really damaging. But I like having it as a suppressed weapon. I think maybe that -2 and increases stability a fair bit too. It's less threatening though. Yeah, so there's the Desert Eagle. I got it in this format. I might buy another one later on and change the setup a little bit. I think I'm good with that suppressor there. I think I'm good with that. It looks pretty sharp like that. Here's your Defender Locomotive, 79 damage, 7% accuracy. It's got extended magazine. It's got those bullets there. It gives it even more rounds. I gave it the sniper stock to increase the accuracy of it a little bit, just because you lose so much when you put those attachments on it. When you put the that damage attachment on it. Let's see. Like you lose -4 accuracy when you but you get +10 damage to shark teeth. -2 concealment, +6 visibility, +6 threatening. So it's got its positives. Alright, so there's shotgun, Defender, kind of jobby. Once again, I kept the stock on all of them. I'm gonna buy another one and set it up like the one, the guy in Jurassic Park. That guy went after Raptor with the shotgun. Here's the revolver. That hasn't changed. That's gonna stay the same. I have no intention to change that. Mac 10 stock, extended magazine. The freaking, what do you call that freaking attachment anyway? The tank attachment. Increases it by +5 damage, +4 stability, +2 threatening, so it's pretty good like that. And that's your classic inaccurate weapon. It's hard to be accurate with that weapon. It's really tricky. But it's a neat little challenge. Sometimes it's fun to test yourself, trying to use that weapon through a mission. On easier difficulty. Here's the MP7, HK MP7. Oh yeah, that was an Ingram Mac 10. Ingram Mac 10 classic, and here's your MP7, very similar to that. Extended stock, and that EOTech really works good with this weapon. I highly recommend EOTech sight with this weapon, and that suppressor is made especially for this weapon, so it only does -2 on the damage. Extended magazine. Other than that, I haven't fucked with it much at all. That's just a good weapon right there. HK MP7, famous from Medal of Honor, the first Medal of Honor. You had to do the stealth mission with one of those dudes, one of those Navy SEALs. You're on an ATV and all that stuff. Really classic. Yeah, 26 damage. 14 actually, 33 stability, 80 rounds in the ammo. Oh, and you only got 80 rounds for this one and 48, so you only have one magazine, one full magazine with that weapon. That's it. But I didn't want to. I don't like having it without the extended magazine. I like having the full magazine in the Mac 10. So that's why it's got the 48 round. I didn't want to. You don't even have two magazines, so that's a 25% extra ammo. Would really make that weapon more fun. Zig, my Zig 226 extended mag. Change the foregrip, change the slide. It's got a two-tone slide. I forget what that attachment extended part of it is. But anyway, there's my Zig. It's very nice to be able to use a Zig. There isn't too many games where you use a Zig in the video game. Like usually it's the Beretta and the Glock, and you know they don't usually give you the Zig. It'd be nice if there was a CZ75 in this game. So far, Black Ops 1 is the only game that that I know that you can use a CZ75. Famous from Raleigh Vincent, Gunsman Cats. This is the Streak, the fully automatic Glock, and it's got the stock on it and all that stuff. Extended magazine, and you can switch it to single shot because I bought that cage pack, so really handy. The very reliable plastic double action only weapon. There's your that's your rate of fire select, weapon select. Yeah, rate of fire select. And here's the MK23, the HK M23. I got it set up kind of like whatchamacallit, Tomb Raider, but it's got a flashlight and a suppressor on it, extended magazine. Yeah, the suppressor, it's my only suppressed pistol I got right now. Maybe when I got more of them, I'll take that suppressor off. But for a suppressed weapon, that's really damaging. So it's pretty good. Yeah, the MK23 HK, I love that thing. And here's your James Bond. You want to do the James Bond style? It's got a built-in laser sight on it. And I changed the slide so it's longer, does a little bit more damage, a little bit more accurate. The suppressor, fairly standard suppressor. I could have a bigger suppressor and make it a little bit more damaging and all that stuff. But yeah, Walther MK, PPK, Walther and PPK, the AK-74U, crank off in this one. 30 rounds. You only got two magazines with this thing. You only got 60 rounds, so like you ain't got that much. And it's 29. It's neat when you have the other AK and the AK rifle and that there. They both do 29 damage, but you only have two magazines. Oh, you got three magazines. This one here you only got two. But yeah, the AK, and I put a freaking this standard M4 stock on it. I put that little muzzle attachment on it. It's got funky sights. I don't know if you ever looked at the sights of a freaking AK-74U, but they're funky. It's got like the 3 setup. Pretty interesting. And of course the bolt slides back. There's your safety. Down means it can fire and all that stuff. And yeah, just a classic. And your mag release. This is a problem with an AK. You gotta press that, and you gotta angle in your weapon, your magazine and all that stuff, so it's a little bit longer reload time. Here's your Swedish, I mean not your Swedish, it looks like the old M3 and all that stuff, grease guns and all that stuff. But yeah, your World War II jobby. I got a pearl grip on it, didn't do much to it, don't really want to do much to it, like it as it is. Very inaccurate weapon, not very accurate at all. Here's my AR pistol thing with a suppressor on it, a large suppressor, so it doesn't take off too much of its damage. Extended the thing. It's got a standard receiver. If I need another exotic. When I get another exotic, I'm going to put that on there. It's going to increase the damage a little bit more. That'll help. It will help its damage and all that stuff. But it's that way you got a very accurate rifle-esque pistol. And it's a good backup, and you can switch to fully automatic if you need it. Just handy, and with that, and the flashlight is there, so I can pick up the sights in the dark. That's why the flashlight's on it, not just to make it look sharp. Here's my another P90, which I didn't do much to it. I kept it so it's a loud P90, like you know, not suppressed, and I gave it a little bit more damage by putting a tank on it, +5 damage, and yeah, standard. I didn't fuck with it much at all, and same with this thing, the MP5. I gave it a collapsible stock and all that stuff. Gives it a little bit more agility, and I changed I put the, is that damn fucking thing called? Oh, the stubby attachment on it, and that gives it +2 damage, +3 stability. So not too much damage there. And the rail, the front grip, I actually gave it +2 stability. And I could have it set up like that. I might buy another one and have it like that, you know, and put a suppressor on it and all that stuff, and just make it look fancy. I'm gonna buy another MP5 later on, and set up different. Here's my professional Beretta with the walnut grip and 92 slide. I like my Berettas. I always liked Berettas. I grew up loving Berettas in movies. It was a really good Hollywood weapon. And here's the 1911, set up Punisher style, but with like a Vietnam grip, you know, I mean a World War II kind of grip, for the 1911. Yeah, I just made it look sharp. I think that's a different slide too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a different slide. Yeah, vented slide I got on it. I got the vented slide +2, -2 accuracy, +5 stability. It's threatening and all that stuff. I just wanted to set that one up a little bit different than the other one. 29 damage. The cross kill does 29 damage, and the Beretta does 29 damage. Like they all do 29 damage, which is really decent. So like all my pistols are pretty much equals. And here's the Zig again. It's got that's ventilated. It gives better accuracy, because when you put that damage one on the other one, it reduced the accuracy. So this one here, I wanted more accuracy, so I went the other direction on it. I could put a laser sight on that. I think it should have a laser sight on it. I might do that. I don't know. That's two-tone. Gives it a little... Two-tone actually gives it damage, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it gives it +5 damage, +2 stability, so two-tone helps on that. Oh, we're done. Oh, good. Alright. And now I can eat almost. Alright. Alright. And... I've set it up like I could have... I used the flak jacket. I could be using the combined tactical vest, but I find it reduces my mobility too much, so I stick with this one here. And my skills, I have skills to improve steadiness, stamina, dodge, and speed, and concealment. So my skills actually improve all that stuff, so really, like, my dodge should be -10, but it's +5 because I got +15 skill. So it's a pretty decent, I got a decent set of armor. My armor's at 100, you know, so instead of like this here, your armor's at 50, 70, 60, 80. This gives you 120 armor, but you lose your mobility, right? So that's why I stick with that. And equipment, ECM jammer's great for breaking into ATM machines and stuff quicker. You can also do other stuff with it. Same with this here trip mine. You can actually use those to be explosives and all that stuff. Oh yeah, let's go through the masks quickly. These are my masks that I got. I've customized them. I haven't changed them for a really long time since I did. This is a Greek tragedy. You got your happy, angry, sad kind of thing. And here's your Oni, Japanese Oni, golden Oni. Then I got my copperhead. Kind of looks like a G.I. Joe freaking mask and all that stuff, but it's your tactical freaking helmet and all that stuff. But I like G.I. Joe, like that's where I got the name VIPER, right? Like, and I also made comics based on VIPER, so this here is very snake themed, so and you know, it fits well. My alien, which really works well in camouflage, because I use what's his name, Dallas. So he wears like a brown suit, and that camouflages well with the brown suit. Like it's not this big green thing at the top. So I use this one a lot because it's an alien. It looks like it's a tree, and it just looks like an alien in a tree. It's got that trippiness factor to it. And this is a skull one. I usually use this online because pretty much what I do is I bring death when I play. I'm not really, I got some stealth stuff, but I usually just good at taking enemies down. So the skeleton one, and here's my Cobra Commander, but I got it like a camo, for like ship camo and all that stuff. I got another one. I'm gonna buy I can change the color of it and all that stuff. And hockey mask, got that ice look to it, like it's frozen. So I like that. That's perfect. And I got the Rambo one. So here we go. Yeah. So there's my Payday 2. Oh yeah, and I absolutely love this game. See, Dallas, Nationality 44. It's actually pretty close in age. That's even closer. Alright, so, yeah, so there's all my gear, right? Level 86, I got 256 million in my offshore account. Mastermind 16, Enforcer 16, Technician 13, Ghost 14, and we'll be back later with some gameplay, yeah. So there's my update. Peace out. Yeah. I'm sure to, yeah. Like and subscribe if you like the video. Peace out.